Good afternoon and welcome back to yet another wonderful episode of the National Democratic Congress Heartbeat program. I am your guest host for today, Abigail Ellis. I want to say a special Spice Isle welcome to all of our listeners listening on WeFM, Vibes FM, Spice Capital Radio, 105.5 FM out of La Bay, Ramon Radio, and the Delaware out of the United States, and also all the other stations listening tuned in across the Spice Island of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. On today's program, we will be in conversation with the Honorable Tevin Andrews, also known as Boots on the Ground, Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, as we discuss matters that are important on our sister island and local governance. Good afternoon, Minister. It's a pleasure to have you in studio with us today.
Good afternoon, Ms. Ellis, and indeed it's a pleasure having you be the host this afternoon. Pleasant good afternoon to all of the listeners, both on radio, Facebook, and on YouTube. And wherever you're listening, good afternoon to all of you. But most importantly, good afternoon to my Kakabawi, the people of Petite Martinique and Carriacou that are tuned in to this wonderful Heartbeat program.
Definitely, yes. A very special good afternoon to the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. How was the trip down here?
It was lovely. Flying overseas, it was wonderful to get here.
Oh, you took the plane, not the boat.
I took the plane.
Okay, lovely. Yeah. And so, Minister, it's always a pleasure having you. Of course, this episode is special because we have a youthful minister, and of course, you have a youth being interviewing the youthful minister, and we want to speak a bit of what is happening on the sister isle of Carriacou infrastructural development. Can you take us through all the developments that has been happening, the beautiful works that is happening in Carriacou and Petite Martinique at this present moment?
Thank you. There's a lot happening in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Where do I start? We can probably start with one of the projects, campaign promise which we made when we got into office, which is the Northern Fish Market, or known as the Windward Fish Market, which we've done. When I recall the campaign of 2022. Looking at the then fish center, the fish market, which was derelict, worn down, no good.
Yeah.
The fishermen was complaining, the residents in the area was complaining, and I promised the fishermen and the residents that I will do something about it. And I'm happy that recently we opened a brand new state-of-the-art fishing center. And this is phase one of this initiative, of this project, because the intention is that we can do some sort of processing in time to come. But certainly the residents, the fishermen, and the people of Petite Martinique and Carriacou are extremely happy and proud of the investment that the government of Grenada has made. This is all local revenues. This is not funding agencies funding this project. And of course, local labor and local contractors built this that wonderful fish market or fish center in Windward. Yeah, we can move over close to the Windward Fish Market, which is the Windward Jetty.
Yes,
that is now being constructed. What existed before was an old diggy jetty, wooden jetty, and what's being constructed as we speak. Is a brand new state-of-the-art concrete jetty. The jetty that existed before, as I said, was wooden. You couldn't drive onto it. You could only walk onto it. It was very small, and in terms of its length, it was only a few feet out. This one is concrete. You would be able to drive on it with your load, etc. And it's going all the way out to 100 and I can't remember 100 and how many feet out. And the intention is that we do some dredging so that larger boats can also come in there and so forth. So, and of course, in addition to that, we will be building a commune building next door, which will house the Immigration and Custom Office. In the event that people from Union Island or the Grenadines, St. Vincent Grenadines come over, it's easier for them to clear into Carriacou.
Beautiful.
And in addition, of course, an area where people that are traversing back to and from Petite Martinique and elsewhere can have a nice, comfortable area to weather the elements, So certainly that's a wonderful initiative that we're doing. Construction started on our tennis court, brand new state-of-the-art tennis court, an actual tennis court.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
Karaku never had a tennis court. We had the name tennis court, but we never had a tennis court.
Right.
So what is being constructed now is an actual tennis court, and that has been going well. The construction held up a little because of the passing of my good friend, Mr. Budlal. So the construction held up, but the intention is that work should start back before the ending of February or early March. Yeah. It's just some simple work that needs to be done to start back that to start and complete the project. Wow. I could move to the night landing initiative at the Lawrencetown Airport, soon to be called the Hubert Blaze Airport, because it's two in one we're doing. We are the night landing is being done, and we are renaming the airport. Okay. That too was a campaign promise that we made. Mr. Blaze was the person responsible for bringing the airport to Karaku. That was his vision and so forth. So we think it's fitting
to honor him.
Yeah. And in addition to that, he has served with distinction.
Yes.
He has served the Twin Island and also the country with distinction. Yeah. So we think we should honor his legacy and his memory by renaming the airport after him. The night landing is significant for the people of Karaku and Petit Martinique in the event of medical emergencies, etc.
Correct.
But most importantly, when kayaks come out from New York or Canada and more so the UK. Yeah. The time the flight gets to Grenada, they can't catch any other flight to get up to Karaku because you have to, as it stands now, the flights SVG, only other flight have to get out of Karaku airspace within a particular time because there's no night landing. Right. So you have to land. Or
they have a limited time to fit in
before sunset.
Wow.
Anything after that, it's at your own risk. Yeah. So we're putting those systems in place to accommodate night landing, so that in the event of a medical emergency, night flights, etc., you would be able to land.
So what percentage would you say we're at as it comes to the night landing, and are there any major significant hurdles for us to overcome?
I wouldn't say major hurdles. I would say we're probably about 85% there.
Oh, that's good.
So we're almost there. Yeah. The intention is by April, May or so, we will be able to do it, get there. Okay. The beacons are up, the navigational lights are up, a number of things are up. I think so. We're almost there. Right. I think it's only two additional things that needs to be done, and I'll probably give more explicit update in Parliament or probably at a town hall style meeting in terms of what needs to be done, and probably bring the experts in from Airports Authority. To update. And I also want to use the opportunity to thank my advisor and Mr. Wendell Patrice and the team that we've put together a committee that is spearheading this initiative. Okay. But Abigail, in addition to all of that, we've trained 2 meteorologists, kayaks. Oh, wow. 1 female, 1 male, young people. Okay. I think they've completed their studies in Barbados, if I'm not mistaken. They're currently in Grenada, doing on-the-job training. And they will be housed in Karaku. So we are about to start the construction of a meteorology office in Karaku at the airport. Wow. And they certainly will assist in the better management of of our airport, etc. Yeah. In addition to that, we are expanding our checking-in area at the Lawrencetown Airport. As it stands, and it caused so much annoyance to me, and it's causing so much annoyance to the residents of Karaku and past people that travel. As it stands, when you get to the airport, depending on how many people are there, you have to wait outside in the elements, and you're checked in one at a time in the elements. So I'm going to have to pray that it just rain over. As a result of that, it caused some discomfort. What we're doing now, we are going to expand. So you build a beautiful area within the airport. So you expand the terminal buildings, that is. Yeah. So you have a proper check-in area. Yeah. So you would be able to go into the building to do your check-in. Wow. With sufficient space. Yeah. For the people that are traveling. So it's really major infrastructural development that's happening surrounding the airport. I mean, you're going to be expanding the terminal, you're improving for night landing, you're investing in our human We're investing in the future.
Yes, we are investing in the future. We're taking
steps now for the future. Some people may not understand why we're doing certain things now. But whatever we do now must be for the future.
Yes.
And I maintain that for now and forevermore.
Wow.
That as leaders, we can't just think about it now, we have to also think
about the future. Definitely.
So those are some of the infrastructural work. I mean, roads, every government have to build the roads.
Of course.
That's our responsibility. But one of those major roads that we've done is the Bel Air Road.
Yeah.
Bel Air Road was a narrow, diggy road.
Oh, I remember it.
That was broken up like creeks. Break up creeks, if you want to put it that way. And for years, the people been complaining about Bel Air Road. Years. I mean, I think it's close to about 3,000 so feet of roads.
Wow.
That span from the main point in Bel Air all the way down close to Seaview. And all of that was done.
Yeah.
Again, local funds. No funds being borrowed or external funding to do this road.
Yeah.
And of course, it's a major piece of road because it connects the hospital.
Right.
Connects the hospital. And we also did a bypass road, specifically to make it to make the flow for emergency purposes much easier.
Yeah.
Again, we didn't just build a road. We've done it bigger than what existed.
More improved.
Way more improved.
Yes.
Better drain, sidewalks, etc. The whole works.
Yeah.
So that the people of Bel Air, Carriacou and Petit-Martin on a whole can have something that would last.
Better road access.
Better road access.
Definitely. And I really want to pause here and really give you your flowers. Is he a Calypsonian, a soca artist?
It's actually my brother, you know.
Oh.
Shotper is my brother.
Well.
That's my mother's son. A lot of people don't know that.
Well, as your brother, when I was studying the song, and give you your flowers, Minister, because while we do understand that government is a continuum and there are roles and responsibilities and duties that a government should do, clearly some of these were overlooked. And these are some of the updates you're giving us. These are some of your campaign promises.
Oh, yes.
And we really want to commend you for the work that you're currently doing in Carriacou and Petit-Martinique, because you've mentioned the night landing, you've mentioned the development with fisheries, you're speaking about roads. I tell you, when I open up social media,
well,
not only...
I ain't finished yet, you know.
I mean, I know you're not finished yet, but not only are we seeing it, but it can be felt because the residents are speaking about it. And even in most recent time, there was the Lambian Lobster Festival, and, Grenadians would have went up to the Sister Isle. And so many of them came back down, and to hear the remarks of what they felt, what they saw, what is happening, because clearly things are happening in Carriacou. And we must give you, your commendations for that. We really, really want to say kudos to you and your team in Carriacou and Petit-Martinique.
Thank you. I think it's mainly the team. I have a wonderful team. I started off with an excellent permanent secretary in Javan Williams.
Yes.
Who've assisted in making a lot of things happen. And I continue now with another permanent secretary in Linwell Perrott, who's also making things happen. But I have a marvelous team at the Ministry of Carriacou and Petit-Martinique and an excellent team at my parliamentary office.
Yeah.
And so the workers, both at the parliamentary office and the ministry, are helping make wonders, basically. But more so the community of Carriacou. We as Kakabawis, we support each other. We help build and lift and encourage each other.
Yeah.
So really and truly, it's because of their support.
And the community spirit.
And that community spirit, and the kayaks both home and abroad, are the ones that are keeping me grounded and motivated to continue to work on behalf of the people. So I'm extremely happy. And we can talk about the infrastructural work, the upgrades that we've done to the clinics, all of the clinics, the upgrades that we've done to some of the schools.
Yeah.
And all the other things that we've done, the investment that we've also made in agriculture with new appliances, tractors, equipment, and so forth, and other implements or equipment that we intend to bring in this year to assist with farming. We're also building a farm road in Dumfries, Carriacou. Wow. That is, I think it's almost near to completion, to have better access, the farmers have a better access to their farms, and the farmers been complaining for years. I
think since I was a little girl.
For years. And finally, they have access. They will be having access to their farms in short order.
Yeah.
In addition, water has also been a major issue for the farmers in the Dumfries area. And they too will be getting water because there's a drip irrigation project that will be launched very soon. to deal with the water issue at the Dumfries Farm area. NAWASA and one of the projects that you're doing recently installed 2 additional 100,000 gallon tanks in Bel-Air, Carriacou, and the other in Mount Royal, Carriacou. We already have 100,000 gallon tank. So this is, with the addition, we now have capacity of 300,000 gallon tanks on the island of Carriacou.
Wow.
And of course, 1 in Petit Martinique.
Yes.
So it's 4. We don't have any rivers or mountains in Carriacou. As a result of that, water is a challenge.
Yes.
Has been a challenge. But again, the investment that we make in now is not just for the now, but
it's for the future. Definitely, Minister. And clearly we're seeing how all of these investment in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, how they are trickling into and playing into all the different sectors, from our fisher folk to our farmers, to our health professionals, to our educators. And so clearly you have a plan, and your plan is in motion, and it's definitely boots on the ground. And you would have mentioned community spirit, and I want us to talk a bit about that for a moment, but we're going to take a very short break, and we will be right back with you shortly as we dive into the heart and soul of the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique.
Exactly.
We will break ground right here. This is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to build a world-class facility, invest in our people, and deliver healthcare for Grenadians by Grenadians. Thank you for joining us on this journey.
Grenada is moving forward, and the young people like you are at the heart of it. The National Democratic Youth Movement is all about connecting, learning, and making real impact. This is your chance to be a part of something bigger, to grow, to lead, and shape the future while making a difference. If you are ready to step up, have your voice heard, and help build a better Grenada, then the National Democratic Youth Movement is the organization for you. Join us, because you are the future.
Canadians in Florida, get ready to celebrate Grenada's independence like never before. Join us for the NDC Florida Chapter's Independence Brunch on February 22nd from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Holy Family Episcopal Church Hall, 18501 Northwest 7th Avenue, Miami Gardens, 33169. Indulge in authentic Grenadian cuisine, enjoy live music, and experience vibrant cultural performances. It's only $40 per person for an unforgettable afternoon of great food and community spirit. For more information, call 203-984-8738. Don't miss out on this fantastic celebration of culture, community, and independence. Join us on February 22nd for a brunch to remember, the NDC Florida Chapter's Independence Brunch.
Welcome back, and for those of you who are just joining us, we welcome you to the NDC Heartbeat program. We have a very special guest here today in the person of Honorable Tevin Andrews. Say hello to the folks who are just joining us.
Hello to the wonderful people that are joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being part of the Heartbeat family.
And we're going to be continuing the conversation. And we know that community has been a very huge part of the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. It's actually how they thrive and how they bond. And so, as a minister, how have you been staying and engaging with the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique? What has your engagement been like?
So, both as minister and MP, mind you, let me just go back a little. All of the infrastructural work that I talked about that we've done, please note that we've done it in 3.5 years with dealing with a major hurricane.
And we'll get to the hurricane.
So we'll get to that point.
Shortly.
But I just want that to stay in the back of your mind, or in the front of your mind. 3.5 years as member of parliament with dealing with a major hurricane. Now, community engagement.
Yes, community engagement.
No, I love being a member of parliament. I stated that from the get-go, because I came from the bowels of the people as a youth advocate. And I've always been connected with the people. And I I recall one of the reasons I got involved is because I wasn't satisfied with our elected representative being so disconnected from the people on the ground. So we started some wonderful initiatives. And some of those initiatives includes regular walkabout. As a matter of fact, my recent walkabout, I did 2 walkabouts so far, main walkabouts in Carriacou for the year already. One in the community of Cherry Hill, which was wonderful, and the other in the community of Wynwood. And we've had 3 or 4 community meetings so far. We've done Petit Martinique, we've done Bel Air, we've done Mount Royal, and we've done, I can't recall the other community we've done, and there not next week, not this week, because this week is Carnival in Carriacou, but the following week we will be going into Brunswick 6 Roads to do a community meeting there and a walkabout. On those walkabouts, Abigail, and in those community meetings, those engagements, you learn so much as to what is happening on the ground. And you will, I am amazed. Sometimes I hear the complaints from others, my staff bringing the complaints to me and saying, this is happening, we need to address this and so on. I say, no problem, we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
But when I go on the ground to interact with the people have more praises for this administration than anything else. And you're able to see firsthand how things are happening, the improvements that are being made, and you're able to also capture some of the people that are not receiving the support. So it's important to be on the ground with the people. So those are some of the initiatives that most funerals don't miss me unless there's a funeral on a Monday. And of course it's Cabinet Day, which is somewhat very difficult, but a funeral wouldn't miss me. Those sorts of community, wherever there's people, I am there. Unless maybe it's a jump up back and I'll think, I'm not really into those sorts of things. I've never was, and not that I'm saying that I'm not interested, but really and truly you may not see me there. However, wherever there is people and for us to commune and for us to meaningfully engage, you would see me there. And those engagements didn't start now. We started those engagements from the moment we finished the campaign in 2022. We continued those initiatives right through.
Definitely, because this has been a way in which this current administration, this has been the style, engaging with the people, the walkabouts, the town halls. And so it's very refreshing to see this maintained even post an election cycle, because most of the times what you have is politicians come to you prior to election to get a vote, and after that they disappear. However, it's evident in your style of leadership and in how you do politics as a politician to see you engage with your community, to receive criticism, both the constructive criticisms and of course to have feedback from your people. But I do believe one of the things we've seen you do, and it's very heartwarming, is to oftentimes celebrate our senior citizens.
Oh yeah, I even forgot about that initiative.
And this has really drawn in the people, because of course there is something about honoring our elders.
Oh, most definitely.
And you've taken that literally and ensure that you spend and celebrate those cherished moments with them. And so clearly you're doing a really amazing job.
Oh yeah. When it comes to our senior citizens, I think it was today I sat down and I said, Lord, whenever Prime Minister comes to Carriacou and he says, let's visit the people, most of the time, about 99% of the time, is by the senior people I take Prime Minister, thinking about it. But yes, I have a special love for our senior citizens, and it didn't just start today. Mm-hmm. That has always been the case. But yes, sometimes if a senior citizen birthday come around, and apart from the family members who may remember them, no one remembers them. And they're the ones that laid the foundation and built our communities. We are standing on their shoulders. They're the ones that really lift us up. And therefore, the office, and I must commend my parliamentary team, Mr. Terence Logan and the team, Pauline De Roche, and all the other Shania, everybody, they're the ones that put this initiative together to ensure that our seniors are appreciated, that they feel as though they are part of, that they belong.
Yes.
And that their contributions to our society is it hasn't gone down the drain.
And that's what service is all about.
You would be amazed to, I mean, we don't put everything on the camera. There's certain, you know, but the tears, the joy, the happiness, and then the family members, of course, would reach out to, you know, to thank us so much. But what makes me happy is to see the smiles on the senior citizens' face.
Beautiful. Wow. And you have been maintaining that level of engagement, that level of relationship with them. One of my questions to you is, and it ties into local governance, sorry. So when you're out there in the communities and you've received these feedback, how do you now tie that back into local governance in Carriacou and Petite Martinique?
When the complaints come to us, we try our best to address it, whether it's lights, whether it's social support, whether it's a road, whatever it is. We try. I find myself now not making any promises, but saying we will do our best to see what could be done.
Yeah.
And if it can't be done, we try to get back to the people to explain that it can't be done at this time or when it could be done. But the truth is, being with the people help you to shape the policies and prepare you to get the necessary work done. So every single thing that we've done in Carriacou, be it the night landing, be it the windward jetty, be it the removing of that $10 departure tax or the $20 departure tax, be it equalizing the price of petroleum gas, because there was one price for Carriacou and another price for Grenada, you know. We equalized it, same thing across the board. Carriacou price was higher. And be it whatever it was, even having our license unit in Carriacou, because before time if you had to get your laminated license, you had to wait 6 months, or sometimes you had to redo it because all you got was a receipt, and then the receipt start fading out, and then police giving you unnecessary tickets, etc. And we managed to get that in Carriacou. Why did we get it? Is because meeting with the people, hearing their concerns, their complaints, and you're able to better solve their concerns and their needs.
Yeah.
So so staying in touch is very important. As a matter of fact, even going in the hospital, I do regular hospital visits. At least once a week, you would find me in the hospital visiting the sick and the people there, and of course the shuttings at homes. Beautiful. And from those interactions, you hear complaints and you hear things, and from that's how we were able to have improved X-ray machine. That's how we were able to now have our not our blood bank, but our oxygen bank. That's how we were able to have defibrillators. That's how we were able to have a number of equipment now that we never had before.
So what is the healthcare system like now in Carriacou?
Much improved, but still a long way to go. Much improved, but still a long road.
And you're talking about from the general hospitals to the clinics? From
our hospital to our clinics, etc. But as I explained, we've come a long way in terms of new equipment. A long way in terms of, and if Minister James is looking at, hello, new equipment, new services, frequent visits from our medical experts from Grenada, improve infrastructure building. And as I explained to you, some of the things that we've had, like the oxygen bank, the X-ray machine, state-of-the-art X-ray machine, and defibrillators and other medical equipment that we didn't have before that we now have.
Yeah.
And services that we didn't have before but we now have those.
What are some of the services?
And very soon, we will be having, we will be commissioning our lab in Carriacou. I don't know how many of you know that we send blood to Grenada almost every day for testing. Has to either be flown down by the SVG or by the Osprey. To put it on ice in a cooler, send it down and get tested. And sometimes, I'm not too sure if it's happening now, but sometimes by the time it takes to get to Grenada, the blood spoils. So you have to redo it all over again. So we are in the process of commissioning a lab that was donated to us by Southcom to ensure that we would be able to do our own testing in Carriacou for the residents there. All of that is part of helping to improve the services that we experience. At night, if there's a medical emergency, we either have to catch the Coast Guard or the Osprey. And if the water rough, God help us, Hence the importance of the night landing.
landing. And so that is when we come back.
No matter
so
how you're done,
everything feeds back into each
back.
other. The roads were done, you have better access to the hospital. The night landing is going to give us access to come down to Grenada in case of emergencies. And so, like I said, you have a plan. The plan is...
A man on a mission.
A man on a mission.
An administration on a mission.
An administration.
Our boots are on the ground, listening to the people and implementing what they...
And most importantly, ensuring that you deliver on the promises
most definitely
that were made to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, but of course, in your case, the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. And so to segue a bit, Minister, we've been hearing of that boat building school in Carriacou and Petite Martinique, and we know that fishing is a huge part of the livelihood of the people of Carriacou, in particular, the people of Petite Martinique. I stand to be corrected. And so can you share with us some updates on that?
Now, UNESCO featured the boat building heritage, culture, as part of the intangible culture. And boat building will continue to be one of the main traditions that from Carriacou and Petite Martinique. It has been dying because the tradition has been, dwindling. Not much people are interested. Most of these senior people have died or are dying, and no one is passing on the culture or that very important tradition. So, a friend of mine, Ambassador Piero Zipoli, who is Grenada's ambassador for investment, said to me, "What can we do? What can he do to help Carriacou?" And we both sat and he said, "Listen, what I could do is to help with this dying tradition." And I said, "Yes, let's get it done. Let's put the systems and structures in place." And together, we managed to launch the boat building school in Wynwood. For the very first time, we have an official site where boat builders can go with all the amenities, access road, washroom facility, etc., to go and build their boats. And very soon we will be building the structure for the classes.
Okay.
So you'd have the theoretical aspect of things being taught in the classroom, and the practical aspect being taught while you're building the boats. But here's what: there's many aspects to the boat building school. One, we want to pass on that tradition from generation to generation to ensure that we do not lose that
knowledge transfer.
That's one. Yeah. Two, we want to create an economy through that by building boats to sell. And three, we want to ensure that it can be a tourist attraction, that people can come from wherever in the world. I could picture it now. Wherever in the world, because they do come to see the boats being built. But because it was not organized properly, everybody just doing their own thing here and then. By the way, you hear somebody build a boat and you try to find out where it's happening. Because it's not being done in a more organized fashion. Yeah. Tourists will come from wherever to come and see a boat being built from its inception to when it's being launched.
Wow.
So there are several aspects to this boat building tradition. And the tourism, we depend on tourism. And that's why we've done a lot of things. So it's not just the boat building. It's about the economics behind it, because you're selling boats. And it's also the tourism aspect of it that will be created. People will fly to Carriacou, fly to Grenada to come to Carriacou. It means the Osprey, it means the car rentals, it means the plane, it means the hotel or the guest house, etc., etc. Oh. The spin-off is great. And the first boat that is being built by Ambassador Piero himself. He said he's putting his money where his mouth is. But not only that, how would we find the buyers, the people to buy the boats? He's taking that first boat to Germany in one of the largest boat building trade shows in the world, which will be sometime next year, this year or next year. So this boat, they'll put it in a container, ship it off to Germany. This wonderful trade show built in Carriacou. And the intention is to find people that will be interested in buying a locally built boat on a small island, 13 square miles,
Wow. I mean, you just walked me through it, and I thought I was being teleported. Actually, it makes me want to come to Carriacou just to experience that. And it's a good preservation of culture, like you said, because we have so many aspects of our culture that seems to be dwindling by the wayside. And so kudos to you again. And of course, this administration for doing such. And hopefully I can get the money to invest in a boat.
Why not?
In a not.
By the way, and of course, Carriacou is known for the regatta, Carriacou Regatta, and most of those boats have to be built. So we've started the conversation to speak to various organizations and so on. Build a boat. Have a boat in the Carriacou, for the Carriacou Regatta. So just imagine Grenlec. I'm putting you on the spot. Just imagine Grenlec. Just imagine the National Democratic Congress. Just imagine Greater Lotteries Authority have a boat that is participating in the Carriacou Regatta.
Yeah.
And not just the Carriacou Regatta, but probably the PT Martinique Quits and Tides. And I think in Grenada, the Woban, I think there's a Woban sailing competition as well. Or the Grenada Sailing Week Festival.
Yep.
All those initiatives, or the Antigua Sailing Week Festival, or whatever, those boats can participate in those things.
So there is a bigger picture.
There's a bigger picture to help preserve the culture, etc., etc., etc. But do you know that we also have an underwater sculpture park in Carriacou?
Yes.
Right. So what I am trying to do as Member of Parliament, and this administration is trying to do, is to make Carriacou a tourist attraction, a destination.
Yeah.
But it is a destination, mind you, without those things, but to enhance what we already have. The intention is that when you come to Carriacou, there are several things that you can do. You can go to Anse La Roche, Team's Bar and Restaurant, and enjoy wonderful lobster pate, wonderful lobsters. And then you could take a dive on the Water Sculpture Park. And then you can go by Saline Island and dive with the turtles. And then you could come back on show and go and see how the boats are being built. Wow. And I could go on and on and on.
So it's an entire experience.
And then you could take a hike up to High Knot, the highest point in Carriacou. And as we go along, we will be adding more and more features to the tourism product of Carriacou, so that you can visit, so that you have so many things that you can do. Again, helping to build and strengthen our economy. That's what we're doing. That's what we're supposed to be doing as leaders.
Yeah.
Not just sitting there doing nothing.
Wow. And so, Minister, I mean, I feel like I want to go back up to Carriacou with
yes, please, come.
When you're heading back up. And it's really wonderful that we're seeing beyond what exists and putting the measures in place. And like you've said throughout the duration of this program, it's about the future. It's how we set up ourselves now for those who come.
Do you know that the 19-seater aircraft the SVG is operating is being funded by the government of Grenada through the Grenada Tourism Authority? Do you know in the past we had no flights after COVID, and what we had was a 9-seater aircraft. What this administration did was to strike a deal with SVG. There was a deal before, but that was an election gimmick. We redone the deal, and we managed to say to SVG, we are willing to make the investment for the people of Carriacou and PT Martinique and Grenada on a whole to have access. So we moved from a 9-seater and to no flights to a 19-seater.
Wow.
That is almost filled up every day. And we moved from having 3 flights per week to now having flights every day except on a Thursday. And hopefully very soon we'll have flights every day. Wow. And very soon we'll have night flights as well. So those are the investments that is being made for the future.
Wow.
Are you aware that we have a hotel that will be coming on stream in Carriacou very, very, very soon, True Blue Bay Resort? I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too.
So I want you to think about it. When those visitors come, the boat building, the underwater sculpture park, swim with the turtles, go to Teams Bay,
It's an entire experience.
The water projects is being done. The 300,000 gallon water tank, so you have no problem for water anymore. The investment in Grenlec with the new generator that they've brought up, and I could go on, and the infrastructure work that we're doing with and improving our hospital and clinic, infrastructure improvement in terms of our roads, etc. All of those things, and the investment we made with our plane, with our airport, the investment we make in our airport, all of that ties in.
And the investment we make in our people.
All of that ties into the bigger picture as to where we are going.
Vision
Taking
25.
Carriacou from where it was and taking it to another level.
Wow. And before we continue, Minister, I mean, you've given us so many insights. We would like to take a short break. And when we resume, we would be diving into, let's focus a bit on Petite Martinique for a small moment and what's happening over that sister isle. So we'll be back with you shortly.
Canadians in Florida, get ready to celebrate Grenada's independence like never before. Join us for the NDC Florida Chapter's Independence Brunch on February 22nd from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Holy Family Episcopal Church Hall, 18501 Northwest 7th Avenue, Miami Gardens, 33169. Indulge in authentic Grenadian cuisine, enjoy live music, and experience vibrant cultural performances. It's only $40 per person for an unforgettable afternoon of great food and community spirit. For more information, call 203-984-8738. Don't miss out on this fantastic celebration of culture, community, and independence. Join us on February 22nd for a brunch to remember, the NDC Florida Chapter's Independence Brunch.
2026, we will break ground right here. This is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to build a world-class facility, invest in our people, and deliver healthcare for Grenadians by Grenadians. Thank you for joining us on this journey.
You have chosen unity over disunity. You have chosen resilience, flexibility, inclusiveness, and strength over infighting, weakness, vacillation, or wish-washiness. You have chosen boldness and courage over timidity and the same old, same old. You have chosen positive change and transformation. You have sent a clear and resounding message to the tri-island state of Petite Martinique, Carriacou, and Grenada that the National Democratic Congress is once more on the path of inspiring hope and belief in our people and in our nation. That the National Democratic Congress is once more on the path of beginning the process of creating a sustainable and brighter future for our young, vibrant, creative, and innovative population. You have recognized and honored and rewarded the tremendous contributions made by all of the NDC stalwarts. And for this superb choice, I say thank you.
Good afternoon to our viewers and listeners online, and I'm your host, Abigail Ellis. Thank you so much for joining us again for another wonderful episode of the NDC Heartbeat program. If you're now joining us, we're here with Honorable Tevin Andrews, also known as Boots on the Ground. And he has been giving us wonderful updates as to what has been happening, because things are happening on the sister isle of Grenada. Carriacou and Petite Martinique.
Say, wow, we are upgrading in Carriacou.
Yes, definitely. And so, Minister, there is a perception that nothing is happening in Petite Martinique. But
is that so?
Before we go there together, I just want to give a bit of updates as to what has been happening in our diaspora. Of course, you know, we celebrated our 52nd independence, and so Grenadians in the UK celebrated their Grenada's 52nd anniversary of independence, and it was celebrated in style in a very large number in the UK. The United Group of Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique in England, they celebrated Grenada's 52nd anniversary of independence under the auspices of the Grenada High Commission. Her Excellency, the High Commissioner for Grenada, Ms. Rachel Crooney, she was in attendance and she delivered independence message to the Grenadian diaspora who supported the event in large numbers. Ambassador for Diaspora Affairs, Terry Forster, he was also in attendance and shared his message while taking a time out to highlight the need for Grenadians to make early plans to visit Grenada for the landmark decision of the government of Grenada to host Diaspora Homecoming from June 21st to the 5th of July. And it is simply to reconnect, engage and celebrate while seeking investment opportunities to share in their skills, talents and participating in village activities, and also to indulge in cultural celebrations that strengthens the bridge between Grenada and of course all of its diaspora communities. High Commissioner Crooney shared an inspiring video message from the Honorable Prime Minister on the occasion of Grenada's 52nd anniversary of independence, which cemented the call for Grenadians to unite, reconnect with the homeland, and to also experience the transformational opportunities Grenada has to offer for its people. And so Ambassador Forster will be visiting 3 other cities promoting Diaspora Homecoming 2026 from June 21st to July 5th. And so we can all look forward to that. So that is Diaspora Homecoming 2026 from June 21st to July 5th. So we have some lovely things to look forward to coming up as we celebrate. And so, Minister, over to you. Of course, Grenada is a tri-island state. We have Carriacou and Petite Martinique. But for a very long time, there's a perception that nothing, absolutely nothing, is happening on the island of Petite Martinique in particular. Can you walk me through and take me through some of the updates on what is happening? What have you been doing and your government have been doing on the island of Petite Martinique? Well,
I'm not sure if I'm familiar with those perceptions. I deal with realities, and the reality suggests, and not just suggests, but the realities are there. The facts are there that a lot has been happening in Petite Martinique with the limited space or availability of lands, etc., that exist in Petite Martinique. First of all, Petite Martinique, the lands are all private lands. Government do not own any lands in Petite Martinique. It either belong to the church or family. So that record needs to be set straight and clear. Yeah. Government do not own any lands there. So having said that, we've done a number of things there. One of which is all of which is what the people have asked for. We are now constructing the Madame Pierre Road, or nearing completion of the Madame Pierre Road. That's a very important road that connects the Madame Pierre community back to the main part of Petite Martinique. And that project started sometime last year or thereabout. And I think there's just about 400 more feet to go. It's over 2,000 plus feet of roads that's been done in Petite Martinique. I recall last year when I was in Petite Martinique, we had a town hall style meeting. The people of Petite Martinique asked for more roads. And we budgeted $1.3 million in this year's budget for more roads for Petite Martinique. And those roads will be the main road. So the entire Petite Martinique has been neglected for years. 4 years. The people of Petite Martinique have been neglected. So those roads were built back in, I think, Daddy Blaze time or Mr. Brafford time. That's how far back. Wow. So likewise, the Bel Air Road in Carriacou, those roads were built by a member of Parliament, June Purcell. That's how long ago it was built. So I think it was Daddy Blaze or Hubbard or Nicholas Brafford that built those roads in Petite Martinique. So we're going to be digging up all those roads, try our best to see how we could widen it and to concrete it, because it's in a terrible state. And that's from the main part of Petite Martinique all the way down to Kendes. That's what the people asked for, and that's what we're delivering. In addition, the people asked for a play park, a playground, and we have delivered that. There's some finishing touches that we have to do. Again, it was a negotiation with the church because the lands are not belonging to government. And the church agreed, and we managed to put, it's in a small area, the play park in that area. Hurricane Beryl response, excellent. There is only 20 more houses in Petit Martinique that needs to be covered in terms of roof-wise, and we are getting those. We've recently started back the burial response, and those will be covered very soon with the assistance of Shelter Solutions. So Shelter Solution will be the ones that will be doing the covering of those homes. And there's about 50-something more homes that needs to be rebuilt in Petit Martinique. The aggregates, I'm not sure if those of you who follow my social media page will see that we had boat loads, boat after boat, bringing sand, gravel, blocks, steel, etc. to Petit Martinique to start the process in a more organized way. Now, the truth is, for Petit Martinique is always a challenge because of the logistics that are involved. Manpower is one of those. There's no manpower on the island of Petit Martinique. You may have contractors on Petit Martinique, 1 or 2 contractors, but they have the manpower to carry out the work, etc. So that has posed a challenge. I accept. And I'm not going to pretend, last year and the year before that, burial, it was extremely difficult to find manpower. And even now, it is extremely difficult to find manpower. And it's not just a Carriacou or Petit Martinique thing. No. And it's not just a Grenada thing. It is a worldwide thing. It's a Caribbean thing too. So we have to accept that. And this is not a time to play politics, cheap politics. We have to be honest with the people and let the people know what the truth is. But I am committed. The record and the facts are clear what we are doing. And there's some other things that we've promised, we've managed to deliver on it. And I wish I could do more for Petit Martinique. But the reality is, we are limited in what we can do. For example, Petit Martinique have a playing field where they normally do sports, but it's close to the water. So whenever there's a rough seas, you can't have no sporting activities because the water comes over into that area. We're actively looking in Petit Martinique for some lands. I've started a conversation with the owners of the lands. Some are agreeing, and some are not agreeing. Now, remember I told you it's family lands. Yeah. So there are more than one family members that has to agree. And let's say the government decide to acquire. Who do we pay? Because it's family lands. Everybody have a stake in it. So it's really sometimes very difficult. Some people know about the situation, others may not know. But for those who know, especially the people that lives on Petit Martinique and lives in Petit Martinique, know how much we are trying to bring the developments there. Yeah. And there's so many other things. The island have a lot of potential. And that's why even the Lambian Lobster Festival, I insisted that Petit Martinique, there must be an aspect of the Lambian Lobster Fest in Petit Martinique. And that was fabulous. It was well attended, excellent. The vendors who participated made a lot of money. The people that came to Petit Martinique had a wonderful time. The atmosphere was great. It was excellent. And that is, and those are some of the things that we will continue to do for Petit Martinique. And we'll continue to work with the residents there. And whatever they request, as far as I can deliver, we'll make it happen. They've made some requests in the recent town hall meeting I had with them this year. And we're going to see what we can do to fulfill some of those promises. Again, another request that they've made. Interestingly, it wasn't house, it wasn't roof, it wasn't hurricane-related matter, it was road. That has been the consistent request from the people of Petit Martinique. Roads, 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 and more roads. Not housing, not any of the other thing that I hear some people talking about. I deal directly with the people. We had cook-up in Petit Martinique. I have regular engagement with the people. We have walkabout. My staff, as a matter of fact, my office manager is from Petit Martinique, and my advisor is from Petit Martinique, and most of my office staff are from Petit Martinique. So Petit Martinique is well connected. Yeah. And well represented in the decision making.
So these are all rumors. These are all rumors. Things are definitely happening.
But I deal with facts. I don't deal with hearsay. I deal with the realities.
Yeah, and the reality is that Petit Martinique has come a long way from, we're not even talking just peril, but post all the neglect. That Petit Martinique has been facing. Right. But even we're speaking post-burial, there has been major improvements, like you've said, and all the infrastructural development that's happening there. And it's not just Petit Martinique, because I can vividly recall during the burial relief time that droves of people left Grenada to come up to Carriacou and Petit Martinique to extend their services, our voluntary services in the rebuilding processes. And so it's very refreshing to know that Petit Martinique is back up and running.
Oh, most definitely. Mind you, there's a lot of work that needs to be done in Petit Martinique, don't get me wrong. As 50-something homes may seem as a small number, but to the people of Petit Martinique, it's a large number. And therefore, we are working with the people to get their loved ones back into their homes as soon as possible. And the 20 more homes that needs to be covered, we try our best to see what we can do to ensure that the homes are covered in a timely manner and fashion. Is there a lot of things to do in Petit Martinique? Yes. For example, the playing field with proper lights and so on. I would love to do it, but we have to deal with the realities. We can't deal with red herrings and so we have to deal with the facts.
But it's happening.
What's happening on the ground?
Definitely.
And also deal with what the people are asking for, because this is going on 4 years since in office, and every year we've had a town hall meeting in the beginning of the year to find out from the people what they want, and that's what we hear from them. What they ask for is what we deliver. Right,
and you continue to deliver on these promises. And so just briefly, let's touch on recovery efforts of Beryl in Carriacou. I mean, I've seen some of those Build Back Better homes, and I wish I lost my home. I wish I lost my home to be a recipient of some of those homes that are going down there. I mean, Minister,
I'm not going to comment too much on what you just said about you wish you lost your home.
I'm just saying.
But I know where you're going with that.
You know the context.
I know. I have to be very candid in how I respond to that. Yeah. But what I would say, listen, the experts, both nationally, regionally, and internationally, the residents of Petit Martinique and Carriacou, and the people, both home and abroad, thought that we needed at least 10 years to recover. And we managed to do so in record time. Yeah. The Prime Minister, Cabinet of Grenada, must be commended. Honorable Ron Reddit is in the studio with me. And I said, when I write my book, I must mention it. Honorable Ron Redhead, when I was overwhelmed, the cabinet, through Prime Minister, appointed him, you could put it that way, appointed him to shadow me in Carriacou, to go up to Carriacou and to be there to make things happen, because I was overwhelmed. I'm not going to pretend. And he really assisted. So the Prime Minister, the Cabinet, and particularly Honorable Ron Redhead, of all the point is a team, rally together to make things happen. And truly, looking back, where we were to where we are now, it's truly a miracle.
Yeah. I
don't know how we did it with so little, but we made it happen. And I know a lot of people say, well, you get $118 million, not understanding that $118 million had to be split in so many different ways for social, and not only that, had to be split in so many different ways. And it was not only Carriacou and Petit Martinique impacted, but the northern part of Grenada.
Yeah.
And nowhere within that $118 million spoke about reconstruction of private homes. Look at what's happening in Jamaica with the CREF funds that they've received. They've received one of the largest payouts. They're not helping private residents rebuild their homes. But we managed to do it with the resources that we've had. And I give all praise and thanks to Almighty God for where we are, where we are now.
Amen.
There is roughly 300 and something more roofs in Carriacou that needs to be put back on. So we're just about 70% complete with roof. And mind you, it's 70% because most of those roofs are abandoned homes, but you still have to count it. But a number of the homes where people are residing in have been covered.
Okay.
If not covered, they will be covered soon, because the burial response initiative has resumed as it relates to the material program. And there's 199 homes left to be built in Carriacou.
From the ground up?
From the ground up, 199. It's a lot, but compared to where we were to where we are, we've done a lot. So there's a lot more work to do, but boots on the ground, we've done it. The people have seen us, so certainly we'll continue.
Definitely.
Boots on the ground.
Wow. And thank you so much again, Minister Andrews, for joining us in the studio. It has been a wonderful updates hearing of all that has been happening in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. And of course, we give commendation to your team. We say keep up the good work.
Excellent team.
Kudos to Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, and his cabinet members, and that support and continue the amazing work that are happening on this trial and state. And clearly, things are happening. And we want to thank you again for joining us for this very wonderful episode. See you next week when we resume with another episode. And we want to thank you so much for tuning in wherever you would have tuned in from. It's very warm and sunny here in Grenada, and we're sending that love and sunshine to you wherever you're listening from. So have a blessed one. It has been my pleasure hosting you again. I am Abigail Ellis. See you on the next episode of the NDC Heartbeat program.
Canadians in Florida, get ready to celebrate Grenada's independence like never before. Join us for the NDC Florida Chapter's Independence Brunch on February 22nd from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Holy Family Episcopal Church Hall, 18501 Northwest 7th Avenue, Miami Gardens, 33169. Indulge in authentic Grenadian cuisine, enjoy live music, and experience vibrant cultural performances. It's only $40 per person for an unforgettable afternoon of great food and community spirit. For more information, call 03-984-8738. Don't miss out on this fantastic celebration of culture, community, and independence. Join us on February 22nd for a brunch to remember, the NDC Florida Chapter's Independence Brunch.
2026, we will break ground right here. This is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to build a world-class facility, invest in our people, and deliver healthcare for Grenadians by Grenadians. Thank you for joining us on this journey.